Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you are wanting?
Yes.
And you are enjoying the fantastic contrast that prods you into that awareness? Oh, especially that. You are remembering that you are leading edge creators. You are feeling the importance of your perspective. We want you to. As you are here on the leading edge, with all of the variety of perspectives that you hold, you literally summon Source forward. And in the process of your contrasting, comparative, evaluating, focusing is the best word, experience, you literally summon Source. Do you know that? In your physical format, you have an expression that you often say or hear, which says, ask and it is given. But there are few of you who really understand the full meaning of that. A fuller meaning than you may realize is every small preference or every loud cry, every wish for everything is answered. You can't even hint at a desire that all that is does not move circumstances and events in heaven and earth in order to accommodate you. And sometimes when our physical friends hear us say that, they say, Abraham, what planet are you focused on? Because there are so many things that I've wanted or those around me have wanted that do not appear to be being answered. So many requests that seem unanswered. How can you say, ask and it is given? And we say, because when you ask, it is given. You may not be letting in what you're asking for, but it is being given. And then you say, that makes no sense to me. Why would I, of all people, who wants this more than life itself, not let in what I'm asking for? And we say, it is because this is a vibrational universe and you do not understand your own vibrational nature. If you have desires that are not being fulfilled, it can only be for one reason. You are not a vibrational match to your own desire. Well, that's easier to understand, isn't it? Because when you are standing in the pain of sickness, or in the discomfort of not enough money, or in the heartbreak of a failed relationship, you cannot possibly be a vibrational match to what you're asking for. When you want more money, you can't be in fear of debt or not enough money. When you want wellness, you cannot be embroiled in the vibration and the trauma of an illness. Because in this universe that is vibration-based and managed by law of attraction, you cannot offer one vibration and be a receiver of another, any more than you can set your radio on 98.6 and hear the music that's being offered on 101 FM. Vibrations must match up. So how do you, in your physical format, go about matching up vibrations? How do you know what your vibrational content is? You can feel it. When you are in alignment with your source energy, you feel what you would call positive emotion. Feels like joy, feels like appreciation, feels like passion, feels like eager romping through life experience. Watch the little ones, they still remember. When you feel fear or anger or frustration or blame or guilt or any of those emotions that you describe as negative emotions, that is your indicator that you're not matching up, not right now. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean you are inappropriate. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you're not a vibrational match to what you're asking for. So how does this happen? How does it happen that people, person, you, could be a mismatch to wellness. Well, you could be talking about illness. You could be gathering statistics about it. You could be focusing on those who are sick. You could be looking at your own physical condition. So how do you go about offering a vibration that matches what you want? You do it by thinking about what you want, by talking about what you want, by pretending that you already have it, by imagining that it is done. But sometimes the trouble with that, if you really, really, really want something, is when you think about this thing that you want, what really happens is that you activate the vibration right where you are. So instead of moving closer to what you are wanting, you just aggravate where you are. So then you say, well, I'll try harder. But that only aggravates it more. And so then we say to you, you got to come to terms with what your dominant vibrations are. You've learned them over a period of time. Some call them beliefs. Some call them core beliefs. That makes them sound really unchangeable. We prefer to call them dominant vibrations, and we even prefer to explain that the reason that a vibration is dominant is just because you've practiced it quite a bit. In other words, you've activated that thought on a pretty regular basis, and law of attraction is helping you out by now bringing you more thoughts that are like the thought that you keep activating, until pretty soon that's just the easiest way for you to go. Not because you want to, not because it's the best thing for you, not even because it feels good, but just because that's what you've been doing. So when we ask you, of these choices, which feels more like you? In this set of dominant beliefs, when you think of money or abundance, financial abundance, does it feel like freedom and adventure to you, or does it feel like struggle? Does the subject of money feel like elation or fear? Sometimes you say, oh, some of all of that, and we say that's good. That means you do have more aptitude to change or to choose. When we ask you about your dominant relationship, does it feel like fun or bondage? When we ask you about your body, do you feel sure-footed? Do you feel vulnerable? You can tell how you feel. You can tell how you usually feel. You know, if you'll stop to think about it, where your dominant vibrations are. And we're wanting to soften the idea of a dominant vibration by saying, it's just the vibrations that you've activated most. So you say, well, if it's just a matter of activating a vibration, then I suppose I could deactivate those that aren't serving me. We say, go ahead. So you say, all right, I'm going to deactivate that vibration. But you didn't, you activated it. So you say, I'm not going to think about that anymore. I'm going to deactivate that. But you've just activated it again. So how do you deactivate a vibration so that it is no longer continuing to be or become a dominant vibration? The only way that you can deactivate one vibration is by activating another. Because this is a universe that is based on inclusion, not exclusion. So when you say yes to something, you include it. When you say no to something, you include it. So when you say, I'm not going to activate you anymore, you've just done it. And the more you don't want to activate it, the more you activate it. There's a war on drugs, a war on terrorism, a war on crime, a war on teenage pregnancy, a war on cancer, a war on all kinds of things, and every one of them getting bigger. Because humans keep thinking they can push hard enough against that thing they do not want, and that they will eventually obliterate it in their attention to it. And we say, it could not be more backwards. You must deactivate that which you do not want by activating that which you do want. So as Esther listens to us, and she listens to you, and she listens to herself, and she realizes that even today, with all that she has learned from us, and all that life has taught her, is that there are some things still where she carries a vibration from way, 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 way back. And every now and again, something happens that causes it to come alive again, to reactivate within her. So one day she got all huffed up and she's pounding on whatever she was standing next to, and she said, I can damn well choose what is my dominant vibration. I can choose. And we said we had hoped you would feel more positive about it. But step one is good too. Because you do have to reach this place where you decide you're going to choose. And when you decide you're going to choose, what that means is you're going to start directing your thought. You are going to start setting vibrations in motion. You're going to deliberately choose the sequence of thoughts until law of attraction can get hold of it and help you along. And before you know it, you are offering vibrations deliberately rather than by default. And when you begin to offer your vibration deliberately, then you can proudly proclaim, and you will feel it from the very fiber of your being, that you are a deliberate creator. It turns out that what deliberate creating really is allowing the well-being that is natural to you. But it's not the easiest thing in the world to allow the well-being that is natural to you when you're already standing in the middle of something that you don't want, because almost all of you give most of your vibrational offering in response to something that you're observing. So if you're standing in the middle of something that pleases you, then you're offering a vibration that matches it and you're attracting more like it. But if you're standing in the middle of something that doesn't please you, then you're offering a vibration that matches it and you're attracting more like it. What we notice as we watch so many of you is that you are living very good lives. The basis of your expectation is really in a very good place. Look at how you live. There is so much more that is working in the way you want it to than is not. But as you are here in this leading edge forum, really wanting to be the creator of your own experience, we are here to help you fine-tune. Because from our perspective, there is no reason ever that you should live anything other than that which you are choosing to live. We just want you to know what you are choosing and how you are choosing it. We want you to know that everything that is manifesting in your experience, every emotion that you feel, you are choosing. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it, you say, and we say, well, that is only because you are not choosing enough on purpose to recognize when you're not choosing on purpose. In other words, if you are just giving your attention to whatever is out there, there's a lot of things out there. There are pleasing things and not pleasing things. So in order to help you sort of sort that out, we have some questions for you. And we would like you to choose. You can speak out loud if you want to. It doesn't matter if you do. We would like you to choose of these two choices, which feels more like you. Do you choose truth or not truth? Do you choose feeling good or feeling bad? Do you choose truth or feeling good? We hear your words. We read your vibration. It's a mind twister, isn't it? Because you never really thought about it in that way. You've been trained to tell the truth. And you want to feel good. But when it comes right down to it, and your choice is to tell it like it is, or to tell it in a way that would feel better, almost without exception, you feel mandated to tell it like it is. And what we're wanting to help you to realize is that if you keep looking at what is and offering a vibration in response to what is, nothing can change for you because the universe is responding to your vibration. So if you observe and then vibrate and then receive in response to your vibration, you do not have control. You have to offer a vibration because you choose to offer a vibration, not because there is some fact or evidence. And the thing that we really want you to hear, this is the part that is most interesting to us as we observe you. We know that every single fact or every single truth or every single evidence or manifestation that every single one of you is living is as a result of your attention to the subject. So there is no reality that is separated from your attention to it. So why do you let someone's attention to something that you don't want, which created some reality that you don't want, that became some truth that has nothing to do with you, why do you let that then be the thing that you think you should give your attention to? That's like saying, I should think the thought that I don't want to think, that makes me feel the way I don't want to feel, that will give me the manifestation that I don't want to manifest because somebody else did. And we say, what has that got to do with you? And you say, well, it's true. And we say, there are a lot of things that are true that you do want, and there are a lot of things that are true that you don't want. Don't you think it's time you began to choose which of those you offer a vibration about? We do. We know it is what you intended as you came forth into this physical body. You did not say, I will go forth and give my attention to any old thing, achieve vibrational harmony with all kinds of things wanted and not wanted, and then I will live the struggle of human life. And the better I do in the struggle, the greater reward will be.